G'day everyone, it's 20 past 6 AM, daylight savings time. It's really early, and I'm on the banks of Lake Nillahcootie, about to drown some bait and see if I can catch a yellowbelly. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now it's early October. Springtime is the best time to fish Lake Nillahcootie for yellowbelly. You get a few in September, you start picking up a few more during October and November. It peaks and the fishing's normally really good. But anyway, it's early October now. I'm expecting the fishing to be okay. I'll be surprised if I don't catch at least a couple of yellowbelly this morning. And my guess is that I might catch 3 yellowbelly and a carp. That's the call. 3 yellowbelly and a carp. Let's put the lines in and see how close I am. Right, it's time to put the lines in. I've got both rods are rigged with quite a big bean sinker. I've got a running sinker rig on this rod with 2 Jan-Juck worms and a paternoster rig on that rod with the same. So I'll put the running sinker rig on the left and I'm going to cast that out to the left. There is a bit of a gentle breeze blowing across that way, and because the running sinker rig's likely to have more slack in the line, I think it's wise to sort of have it on the downwind side. The paternoster rig, because it's got quite a heavy sinker, I should be able to keep a fair bit of tension in the line, so I'm going to put that on the upwind side and I'm going to cast that out pretty much straight out in front, a little bit to the right. So one's off 45 degrees to the left and the other one's just a little bit to the right of being out in front, if that makes sense. Now both lines are in, so it's time to play the waiting game, and what a magnificent scene I'm going to be treated to while I wait. A beautiful Lake Nillahcootie sunrise. That was a nibble. I just had my first nibble. Come on, I'm still nibbling. I've got to get 3 yellowbelly and a carp, don't I? Was that the call? As soon as I come over to my rod it stopped, but I definitely was having a nibble. I've been stuffing around, trying... Oh! Got him! I was about to say, I've been stuffing around trying to get my drone up in the air because I want to get some drone footage, but I can't get it to go. I've been having technical issues. Now I don't know what this is, but it's a fairly weighty fish. If it's a yellowbelly, it's a good one. It's coming up to the surface, so it could be a carp. One thing I'm a bit worried about is I haven't got a landing net. I don't know where I put my landing net, and I've got no way of landing these fish. I didn't put much thought into that. What have I got here? It's not fighting like a carp. It is it's a yellowbelly. Quite a nice one too. I'm just going to have to go the deadlift and hope that it doesn't get off. I can get down there. 3 yellowbelly and a carp. He might be going home. This fish is hooked a bit deep and he's legal size. Oh well. I'll get a measurement. He's not a huge fish, but I'm on the board with a lovely sunrise yellowbelly from Lake Nillahcootie. You beauty! Right, now I'm on the board. I was hoping to release that yellowbelly, but he was hooked too deep and he's well and truly legal, so it's quite a nice fish, so I've kept that one. Now, I've lost my landing net. I don't know where it is. I knew I didn't bring it, but I did not think of that at all when I set up here. It wasn't until I hooked a fish that I realised I've got no way of landing them. But I've got my bogs on, so I can get in here and reach down if I have to, so all is not lost. Anyway, running sinker rig, back out where it was. Beauty. Off to a great start. 3 yellowbelly and 1 carp is the call. I just had another bite on the running sinker. I just finished cleaning that yellowbelly. I'm just putting it in the esky down there and put all the contents of the esky back in shortly, and I look over and I was getting a nibble. Now I don't use my drone very often, but when I do, it doesn't work. I'll have to do a bit of R&D, a bit of research and development when I get home and find out what's going on. I had this grand plan. I was going to fly the drone up there, look over the water, get the sunrise. Magnificent. Thankfully I have got a time-lapse camera up here capturing the sunrise. But anyway, it's a shame about the drone, but I've got to tell you something about that yellowbelly that you might find interesting. I should have filmed it, I didn't think. When I started to gut it, I noticed a little bit of fishing line just hanging out of its backside, so I pulled on it and it didn't come out. So when I cut the fish open, I found inside a really corroded old hook still attached to the line, and it was right near the exit, right near the anus of the fish. It had almost passed it all the way through. The hook was really rusted and corroded. The tip had gone. It was like it had been working its way through the fish, and it had almost finished passing it out. I reckon that fish would have got rid of that hook pretty soon. It's had a real good bite on the running sinker. There it goes. Got him. Not very big. Only a little fish, this one. I'm working towards my call of 3 yellowbelly and 1 carp. And this is a little yellowbelly, I'm gonna guess. And yep. Well, there's 2 of my 3 yellowbelly. I'll bring him down here to release him. Beautiful little yellowbelly, lip hooked this one. Prime for release. See you later, mate. Right, now just while I was putting a couple of fresh worms on my running sinker rig, I had a nibble on my paternoster rig again. So I've got 2 yellows on the board and a few other nibbles. This is so good. Love Lake Nillahcootie in the springtime. This is where I release that fish and where I've been washing my hands. I can stand here and I've got about 2 inches of breathing space with my bogs. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. Had a little bit of a delayed sunrise because of that cloud bank over there. It should have been up about 10 or 15 minutes ago, I reckon. But it's finally hitting me, and it's actually got a bit of warmth to it already. It's going to be a splendid day, I reckon. It's taking up the slack here on my running sinker, and got him. Another little one. Is that another little yellowbelly? My prediction for the morning was 3 yellowbelly and 1 carp. Now if this is the yellowbelly, well, that'll be all 3. And it's a yellow. Ugh! I didn't get a photo of the last one. I'll get a photo of this one. I got a photo of the first one, but the sun's out now, so the photo will be better. Well, I hope those photos come out okay. Yellowbelly, see you later, mate. Right, I've just topped up with 1 fresh worm. I've got 1 second-hand worm on there and 1 fresh worm. Fresh worm for the scent, the second-hand worm just to keep it bulked up. Got him, another one. This is the 4th fish on the paternoster. Very small. Actually, he might have got off, did he? I'm just dragging it. What the hell? It's a bit of bark. Had quite a big bite, then I brought in bark. Well, I've just caught bark. Next I'll catch Tchaikovsky, and then I'll catch Mozart. Oh, did I get him? No, both rods are getting nibbles at the same time here. That's getting a nibble. There it goes, there it goes. Got him! Ha! I was tending to the one on the left, and the paternoster rig on the right had its first fish for the day. Well, it's had a lot of nibbles, but it had its first decent bite for the day. If this is a carp, that'll be 3 yellows and 1 carp, and it means I've caught it properly, but I think it's another yellow. And it is another yellow. He's hooked a little bit deep, but not too bad. I'll be able to get that out quite easy. On there, he's just popped straight out. I won't worry about a photo. But let's get a bit of release footage. Yellowbelly, see you later, mate. Beautiful. 4 straight yellowbelly. Can't complain about that. Now I missed a fish on this rod, so I'll cast it back out because it's only in close to the bank. And then I've got to put some fresh worms on the other rod. One of the best things about fishing early in the morning at sunrise is it's usually the calmest time of the day. It's 20 past 8 now, and the breeze has just started to pick up from the southeast, and you can see it's getting a bit choppy and the rods are bouncing around a bit, and it's getting harder to detect nibbles. If it gets windy, I'll just pack up and leave. I've had a wonderful morning. I've caught, I think, 4 yellowbelly. I'd like to stay a bit longer yet though, so we'll just see what happens with the wind. But that is one of the biggest benefits to fishing early in the morning, is that the wind is usually at its least for the day. Folks, I've missed the hookup, but I hooked up. I was just talking about the wind, then I hit stop on my camera, and then bang, straight away I got a bite. It's only a small fish. I reckon it's going to be yellowbelly number 5. Now there are Murray cod in here as well, and they've actually started stocking with silver perch in the last couple of years. But this is another little weeny yellowbelly. I'm just going to pick him up and bring him over here. If he gets off, he gets off. Yellowbelly number 5. Ah! Gone. I've missed the hookup again. The reason I missed the hookup, oh, he got off anyway. That's a bite. And got him. I got the hookup on camera. This one feels like it might be a bit bigger. This one's fighting a lot harder. It's going around there. Oh, this has got a lot more go in it. If this is a yellowbelly, it might be a nice one. Don't go into the bank. Where you go, mate? You're going all over the shop. Oh yeah, lovely. Not a monster, but definitely a legal fish. Ugh. If he doesn't get off, I might keep him to go with the other one for my old man, I think. I wasn't going to keep any today, but I kept the first one because it was gut hooked. So that's, at a guess, probably 37 centimetres maybe. See if we can get him around in the sun for a bit of a better light angle. Bloody ripper. I am having a blast here at Lake Nillahcootie this morning. Folks, I've just measured this fish. It's 34 centimetres. It's comfortably legal, but I don't know. I just prefer it to be a little bit bigger. Today's your lucky day, mate. I'm glad I released that fish. I thought about keeping it. I actually had a feed of fresh fish just a few days ago. I caught a nice yellowbelly over here with a young friend. Big shout out to Garcia if you happen to be watching. Well, Garcia caught the yellowbelly. He caught it on my fishing rod. And so it was a team effort. But Garcia, if you're watching, I had a wonderful time fishing with you, mate. And I ate that yellowbelly and it was absolutely beautiful. And I caught a nice redfin elsewhere and ate that as well. So I've just had a feed of fresh fish. So I'm happy just to come over here and enjoy the morning and catch a few fish and put them back today. Got him. This one's got a little bit of weight too, but not as big as the last one. The other one was 34. This isn't that big. It's another yellow. Dude, the yellows are on the chew this morning. Wow. I'll just pop that hook out there. That'll come out quite nicely. It's a little bit deep, but there we go. Perfect. let's go and say see you later, mate. Now, I don't know how I done it, but I think I just caught this fish in slow motion. So you may not get to see the footage of this fish being caught. Anyhow, I'm going to release him in slow motion. See you later, Yellowbelly. Now, I missed the hookup. Well, I got the hookup of that last fish that I just released, but I got it in a slow motion setting that I never used. Now, it's probably only 30 or 40 seconds of footage, but I just went to play it back to see how it looked, and the clip goes for 5 minutes 40. Hopefully I can speed the clip up, although I dare say it won't have any audio. Such an amateur sometimes. I'm just packing up a few things now, getting ready to leave soon, and I'm putting my wooden drone away. Well, it's made of plastic, but it's a wooden drone because it wouldn't fly. Well, folks, I'm about to pack up. I've had an absolutely awesome morning, a golden morning, catching golden perch at Lake Nillahcootie. I've lost count. I must have caught 7 or 8 yellowbelly or something. The yellowbelly are going bonkers at Lake Nillahcootie at the moment. Now, before you charge over here, it is springtime, so some days will be better than others, but it's definitely a great time of year to fish Lake Nillahcootie, and I can't wait to get back over here as soon as possible with my kayak to drag some lures around and see if I can troll one. Thank you all very, very much for watching.